Welcome to Hartford, Wisconsin, where we're just 48 hours and 38 nautical miles from the world's largest aviation celebration. Hartford, legendary in its own right, it's tail-dragger paradise in the middle of the Wisconsin corn and home to the torchbearers that keep the iconic Piper Cubs community together and in the sky. Seemingly immune to the sands of time, this airport and its squadron of J3 Cubs stand testament to aviation history and all those that have dared to dream and cast their gaze skyward. Let's take a look at the airfield. Hartford Municipal Airport, that's Hotel X-Ray Foxtrot, sits at 1,070 feet above sea level and is home to 2 runways. Our race course on runway 1836 is 2,231 feet of turf in excellent condition. It's the perfect place for National Stoll to come and play. But don't let that welcoming grass fool you. With more rookies attending this competition than any other event in the circuit, Sodbusters has a history of nose-overs and heartbreak. Some absolute legends of bush flying and Stoll aviation flying into Hartford today, and with that, some heated competition. In the touring class, reigning champion Brandon Korn continues to fight off the advance from John McCardle in the season standings. In Backcountry, it's Jeff Pohl's return to the circuit in Dirty Bird versus Jerry Clemens' reversible pitch propeller and Scott Sweet's Scout. Adventure classes Brian Steck and Colin Kneva will be using their legend aircraft MOACs to halt the relentless gallop of Jeff Daly's Badlands Traveler Warhorse. Sport class is thick with competitors this weekend. Pat McIntyre and Joel Milloway's Rans S7s aim to survive the horde of Kit Foxes and Carbon Cubs looking to knock them off the podium. And lastly, the Unlimited class. Steve Henry and Yeehaw 8 continue their return to National Stoll to fight back the frigid assault from the north by Canadians Dan Reynolds and Jason Boussat. It's time for engine start here in Hartford, Wisconsin. The line is painted, the pattern is clear, we're cleared for takeoff, and it's time for National Stoll's Sodbusters 2024. And we are back here at Hartford, Wisconsin, Sodbusters 2024, gearing up for aviation heaven all week, and we're kicking it off here. I gotta tell you, I get a little emotional about this event because I learned to fly here. I soloed on the runway that we are competing on today.
How cool.
At this flight school, and it's just a cool way that life works where you do a thing. You know, that was years and years and years ago.
Living the dream, and you know, that's your invitation. Come on out and join us at National Stoll. We have events all over this beautiful country of ours, and we, as you can tell, absolutely love this stuff.
We really
because
do.
It's fun. Every single one of the cast, the crew, the pilots, everybody just loves this stuff.
Let's get you lined up for the Backcountry class now here in Hartford. From Malacca, Minnesota, in a 1955 Cessna 170 Bravo model, race number 00, it's Dirty Bird, piloted by Jeff Pohl.
Jeff Pohl, one of the crowd favorites in the whole entire circuit from the moment he competed for the very first time till now. He has definitely been a crowd favorite. His aircraft, Dirty Bird, one of the most capable and a staple in the backcountry, a member of the 170 Mafia, Captain Jeff Pohl.
And there you go, as if on cue from Benton, Kansas, race number 17, a 2008 Aviat Husky, piloted by Jerry Clemens.
Such a fun pilot to be around and also to watch. One of the unique characteristics, we just saw it, he has thrust reversers on that Aviat Husky.
And then last but certainly not least, from Hyannis, Nebraska, and in 1974 Belanca Scout, race number 63, piloted by Scott Sweet.
Jeff Pohl brought it out of the barn and into the backcountry. Here we go. Melinda online, shout out to you. Here's the backcountry class.
Here's Jeff Pohl getting that tail high. Gonna take a big bite. There we go.
Nice.
Jeff Pohl's return to the circuit.
Absolutely fantastic performer. Jeff Pohl is one to beat in this class for sure. Here's Jerry Clemens at the controls of that Husky. Getting the tail nice and high. Right on the line.
And Jerry pulling just a little too early.
He lifted off just shy of 150 feet, really, really short, but then he settled that landing gear back down somewhere in the neighborhood of 175. We'll see what that score comes in at. But these wind conditions definitely playing a role.
Scott Sweet. Little burble of the throttle there. Got it off real short, though.
It goes to show that no matter how many modifications you can make on an airplane, how modern you can get, the classics still do very, very well. Now here comes Jeff in Dirty Bird. He's already got that beautiful high alpha approach dialed in. Little burst of power.
And that's a good one over the line for Jeff Pohl, stopping right around the 150-foot mark.
Here comes Jerry Clemens in the Husky, making his roundabout from base to final. Now what's happening in the cockpit now is he's getting settled down. He's getting his airspeed dialed in. He's going to get his angle of attack set just right so that all he has to do when he comes over the line is chop and drop, dump the flaps, get that thrust reverser going. Here comes Jerry Clemens.
Little burst of throttle, little burst of throttle. Good over the line.
Yeah, those bursts of throttle.
Yes.
Definitely an indicator of the challenge these pilots are having there on short final as these winds swirl around. Such a fantastic demonstration again of good pilot control in these diverse weather conditions, because he was able to bring it over the line in spite of that air kind of looking like it fell out from underneath him.
The onboard camera, and you could see the workload in the cockpit for Jerry Clemens as he worked to get that thrust reverser engaged. Here's Scott Sweet now. So they're going to call that a scratch for Scott Sweet. Let's look at the scores as we head into the second run. Jeff Pohl, your current leader, with 349 feet. Jerry Clemens giving up a lot over the line, like we mentioned, but did get the thrust reverser working at 395. Obviously, if you're in the crowd there, you saw Scott Sweet land a little bit closer than you're used to. Got lined up in the wrong visual pattern, and he has been issued a warning by race control. Can't do that again, and so he's going to be lined up. That did count as a scratch against him, which is a shame because he did have the shortest takeoff of the run at 173. Here's Jeff Pohl in Dirty Bird, getting that tail nice and high. Taking a bite off somewhere a little bit over 200 feet.
Right where they look to rotate a quartering tailwind. Here's Jerry Clemens. Wow, that was a great takeoff from Jerry, somewhere in the neighborhood of about 173, 174 feet, I would say.
And Scott Sweet now on the line in the Scout. And off a lot longer than last time. He had that kind of, as I think you would call it, a barn burner takeoff. One of our sponsors, this is Ladd Gardner Insurance. Ladd Gardner Insurance has been with National Stoll. They've been a partner with National Stoll since the beginning. Jeff Pohl now, short final, right over the line. Excellent touchdown for Jeff Pohl, getting it stopped short. Look at that,
that
folks.
was beautiful. Definitely our shortest. Those people that have the advantage of watching live online, watch as he works the controls. He's got a heavy workload, especially as he comes over the line here. Great throttle control. Just shy of the line. What a heartbreak for Jerry Clemens. Doesn't even really try to get the thrust reversers engaged. So the difference between a crosswind or a tailwind and these swirly conditions between a nice solid headwind like we had in Moses Lake a few weeks ago, these pilots are having to operate their aircraft and make decisions a lot faster. That wind buys you time. Good landing for Scott Sweet. Good performance for him on his second landing.
Let's look at the scores. They're actually maybe exactly how you'd expect them. Just 1, 2, 3 stacked up. Jeff Pohl in first place with the shortest score so far of 349. Jerry Clemens coming in still with that first run, 395. Scott Sweet, I think we're going to see some improvement from Scott Sweet. Currently third place with 526. I think the mistake made on that first run maybe jostled his nerves a little bit. He's got to get the sight picture figured out. Came in, got confused about where the flags were, is what we heard over the radio. Here we go, third run, Jerry Clemens. Got to do a big improvement to catch up to Jeff Pohl, who's got that motor running.
So if Jeff improves on his score, that's even going to put more pressure on Jerry and Scott to get it done. Here's Jeff Pohl on the takeoff roll. Nice high tail. Dirty Bird getting it done. Wow, nice takeoff there. Coming in again, very consistent Jeff on that takeoff.
Brought it down as short. Yep, 183 for Jeff Pohl on that last takeoff. Here's Jerry Clemens in the double deuce.
He likes to get his tail up nice and high before he departs the line. You can see that here today. Watch right now. He'll pull it. Nice takeoff. Definitely the shortest in the class. 166 feet. Wow, that's a great score for Jerry.
Really short takeoff in that Husky. Here's Scott Sweet hoping to replicate that first run. Tail's coming up, and he's off. Oh, okay.
The wind's calming down, I noticed, almost dropping completely out of existence, whereas on their takeoffs, we did have a little bit more wind. I'm kind of feeling it calming down right now, things kind of mellowing out for Jeff Pohl here. Let's see if it makes that landing either longer or shorter.
Diving for the line exactly where you want to be, and look at how short that was for Jeff Pohl!
Wow! That was about as good as you can get done today in these conditions. Jeff Pohl really hanging it out on the line there on that one. Fantastic.
And we're watching the replay right now of where those mains touched down, and it was only a foot beyond the line. You can't, again, in these conditions, like Corey's been saying, look at that. Just great, great accuracies. Now we're on board with Jerry Clemens.
Watch as he works the throttle and the stick to his advantage. He's got it settled right into the pocket. Coming in with a little extra energy, it looks like. Look at that wing low. Upwind wing is nice and low. Perfect landing. Get that thrust reverser.
Look
yes!
At that. Oh, we got a fight on our hands, folks. What was that?
That was awesome.
You could
Holy
hear
smokes.
the stall warning horn blaring out of the cockpit all the way over here in the booth. That was incredible.
That's going to be such a close finish between Jeff and Jerry on this one. Oh, my gosh, he just did it. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. Unofficially, Jerry Clemens just clinched first place in the backcountry class.
Score of 283. Here's Scott Sweet, 213-foot takeoff.
Nice
Coming in
job.
Real gentle there. Heavy on the brakes, though. He's got that stick full back.
Great landing for Scott there. You have to imagine what's going on in his head. The nerves probably getting to him. All right, we're going to go to a quick commercial break while we set up for awards.
And we are back here in Hartford, Wisconsin. Sodbusters 2024 underway in what I would call just the most beautiful Wisconsin skies. We got these nice white puffy clouds. We got the backcountry class. Everyone in the crowd here and online, give it a round of applause for the backcountry competitors. And I got to ask, for those of you who are new to Stoll, have you ever seen anything like this before? No, I heard one enthusiastic no. It's pretty cool, right? Yes, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, do you know how it ended up?
Yeah, I lost again.
Wow, you guys are very confident. They're all kind of wrong. All right, here we go, folks, with the results of the backcountry class. In third place, with a combined score of 438 feet, Scott Sweet. In second place, it was a close one. Wasn't it a close one? With a combined score of 316 feet, Jeff Pohl. And with the upset at the finish with a combined score of 283 feet, Jerry Clemens. Jerry, congratulations. How was it out there? Don't walk away.
It was a lot of fun. It was a little swirly on the winds, but it's fun competing with these guys because they're good friends and we have fun.
It was really fun to watch. Get up there. Let's go. Get a quick photo for posterity. Everyone, that's your Sodbusters 2024 Backcountry champions. And no one's tagged me yet, but I am going to get out of the way. It's time to celebrate. And by the way, if you're from the FAA, there's no alcohol in that. It's just for fun. Here we go. There we go. Oh, look out.
Get Jerry, come on, get Jerry.
It's they are going to be a little sticky. They're going to be a little sticky after that. Everyone, that's your backcountry class. We'll be back with adventure class right after this.